Chair lays out House Bill 1826 and recognizes Representative Bowers to explain her bill.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Chairman and committee. Thank you, Chair Harless, Vice Chair Jones, and members for the opportunity to present House Bill 1826 before you today. This legislation is a step forward in our ongoing efforts to ensure that our corrections system operates with fairness, transparency, and a focus on the health and well-being of incarcerated women. HB 1826 aims to establish mandatory depression screenings for pregnant women and women who have recently given birth while in county jail or in the custody of TDCJ. This bill addresses the critical gap in mental health care for incarcerated pregnant and postpartum women, ensuring they receive proper screenings for depression during a vulnerable period in their lives. Mandatory depression screenings require that each inmate who is pregnant or has given birth in the preceding year be screened for depression at specific intervals. In the screening timeline, it establishes a comprehensive screening schedule once each trimester during pregnancy, once during the 6-week period after giving birth, and at 6 and 12 months after giving birth. The implementation requirements direct both the TDCJ and the Commission on Jail Standards to adopt rules and procedures to ensure these screenings are properly conducted. 1826 builds upon our previous work with HB 2044 for the 88th legislative session, which addressed the same issue. We have engaged with corrections officials, mental health advocates, and women's health organizations to develop this legislation. With the implementation of 1826, we anticipate earlier detection and treatment for depression in pregnant and postpartum incarcerated women, improved mental health outcomes for mothers and their children, enhanced standard of care within our correctional facilities, reduced risk of self-harm, and improved overall well-being for this vulnerable population. I would ask you respectfully give me the right to close, and that I'll answer any questions if there are any.
Thank you so much, and we'll give you your right to close. We'll call the first, members, are there any questions? All right, thank you so much. We'll give you a right to close. I want to call our first witness, Desiree Ingram. Before you begin, if you could, please state your name, who you're with, and your position on the bill.
Sure. My name is Desiree Ingram, and I'm here in support of HB 1826 on behalf of the Texas Women's Healthcare Coalition.
Okay, and we have you down as the Texas Women's Healthcare Coalition, Women's Health Policy Advisor.
Correct.
Wonderful. Okay, please go ahead.
So, TWHC, we are a group of over 75 healthcare, faith, and community-based organizations dedicated to improving the health and well-being of Texas women, babies, and families by ensuring access to preventative health care. In 2020, mental health conditions, including depression, were the leading cause in 22% of pregnancy-related deaths in Texas. According to the Texas Maternal Mortality and Morbidity Review Committee, every one of these deaths was preventable, and 85% occurred between 43 days and 1 year after pregnancy. Women in county jails face unique challenges, including limited access to health care and support systems. Without treatment, postpartum depression can cause severe emotional distress, hinder recovery, and increase the risk of self-harm or suicide, risks already elevated in correctional settings. HB 1826 will help address this by requiring regular depression screenings for incarcerated women during pregnancy and throughout the postpartum year. Early identification and treatment will ensure that mental health needs are not overlooked, providing critical support at a time when women are most vulnerable. Maternal depression can disrupt infant development and bonding. Early intervention improves emotional security and reduces the risk of developmental delays and attachment issues, even when mothers and infants are separated. Screening and treatment also support a healthier transition back into society and more stable family relationships after release. We respectfully ask for your support in passing this bill to strengthen families and build healthier communities across Texas. Thank you for your consideration. I'm happy to answer any questions.
We show you registered as Desiree Ingram, Women's Health Policy Advisor, Texas Women's Health Care Coalition, and you're for the bill. Is that correct?
Correct.
Thank you. Members, any questions? Chair recognizes Representative Lowe.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for coming out today. So I'm not sure if you can answer this question, but I figure I'd ask. Being incarcerated is probably a pretty depressive place to begin with. Do you have any idea what the current protocols are of screening depression aside from being pregnant?
No, I don't. Not at this time. I don't know.
Okay, I should have waited, but thank you.
Sure thing. Okay.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Members, I'm sorry, is there anyone else wishing to testify on, for, or against House Bill 1826? Please come up. Charlie, I show you registered. This screen doesn't show you registered, but okay, we got it now. We show you as Charlie Maloof, Texas Cure, and yourself, and you're for the bill. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You may proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Vice Chairman, distinguished members of the committee. My name is Charlie Maloff. I'm formerly incarcerated. I'm representing myself, and I'm the Vice President of and representing Texas Cure. Our constituents include the approximately 11,000 women incarcerated in the TDCJ, and we are for House Bill 1826. The Texas Government Code 501 Inmate Welfare, Subchapter B, addresses mental health conditions. However, it does not go far enough to address the government's responsibility ensuring identification, safety, and treatment, initial and ongoing, related to housing, nutrition, hygiene, and depression of women prisoners who are pregnant or who have given birth within the previous year. Another missing requirement is the continuity of care during and after transfer from a county jail to TDCJ. Approximately 1/3 of the women's jail prison population suffers from some form of depression. These stressors not only affect the woman, but the child as well. Those in jail fall under more regulated oversight, while those in TDCJ suffer more significantly than those in the jails because of significant less oversight. Substandard foods, sustained lockdowns, denial of medical requests, bogus disciplinary cases, unreasonable or illegal denial of privileges, and other conditions deteriorate emotional well-being at a faster rate, causing mental health instability in the woman. Additionally, the level of depression compounded by the lack of mental health treatment, proper nutrition, and housing, such as segregation, create potential safety concerns for the inmate and the child and other inmates and staff. Properly treating them in jail, then neglecting them in prison creates a reckless disregard for the serious medical condition and inflicts cruel and unusual punishment. This bill focuses on jury instruction, mandated reasonable rules, and regulations with minimum standards for continuity of care, and provides essential legislative instruction. And for that, we ask your support.
Thank you, Charlie. Members, any questions? If not, thank you for being here. We always appreciate you. Is there anyone else who wishes to testify on, for, or against House Bill 1826? If not, the chair recognizes Representative Bowers to close on our bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you also to one of my joint authors that is in the committee hearing, Representative Collier, for being here and for your support. I encourage any of you to sign up if you wish to support me in this. And Representative Lowe, if you'd like to continue the discussions on the floor, I'd be glad to do that. I had forgotten how early correction starts in the morning since my freshman session, but thank you for the opportunity to lay this bill out, and with that, I close.
Thank you for being here, Representative Bowers. Any questions? Chair recognizes Representative Lowe.
So thank you for laying out this important bill. Mental health is rampant already, and I'm sure it's much worse and while you're incarcerated. My question would be, shouldn't we already be doing depression screenings quarterly or every so often, that we wouldn't actually even need this bill?
Well, the fact is we are not. So that's why I am here, and that's why I've refiled it again. This is the second time that I filed this piece of legislation. And I do think that it's an area and issue that we need to pay attention to, especially when we look at all the trauma that incarcerated women face, pregnant or not. So again, if you'd like to continue the conversation over a breakfast taco or something, I'd be glad to do that down on the floor.
You got it, and thank you for your work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Bowers. Members, any other questions?
Thank you
If
so
not,
much.
if there's no objections, House Bill 1826 will be left pending. Are there any objections? Chair hears none. House Bill 1826 is left pending.